Hello students, welcome to the Brahmastra revision of SRE Standards on Review Engagement, which has been a new edition from May 24 attempt onwards. Anyways, it was there till May 19. Alright, so I've already taught it in the grand old course and now for you. This is a very crisp exam oriented video to cover all the important points very quickly. These notes as always I've shared on my Telegram channel and all the links are there in the description of this particular video. Alright, video will be in simple English, little bit of Hindi here and there so that pan India students everyone can understand. Now when I standards on review engagement, why these standards are created? That is to review historical financial statements. All right, not to audit. SA category जो उसमें audit होता है historical financial statements का, whereas in SRE category it is review of historical financial statements. Then what is the difference between audit and review of historical financial statements? See, दोनों audit whereas review, both of them means to examine financial statements. However, in audit we say we hereby express our opinion to the best of our knowledge and information available with us that financial statements of the entity show a true and fair view. That means audit में हम लोग देते हैं reasonable assurance, whereas in review I will not say Raju is a good boy, I will say Raju is not a bad boy. अच्छा ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा, बुरा नहीं ऐसा बोलूंगा. So that is called as limited assurance. Okay, that is the major difference between audit and review. And you know, I have written it over here. What exactly is the difference? So this first point over here and this A point, you will clearly see the difference. All right, so in audit we say that financial statements present fairly or they show a true and fair view, whereas in review, look at this English of review, based on our review till now there is no problem. Okay, this is simple English. अभी तक गड़बड़ नहीं मिला है. Now look at this, based on review, nothing has come to our attention which makes us believe, that causes us to believe that financial statements do not give a true and fair view. All right, or they are not prepared as per AFRF. Okay, so that is the difference. So कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है, there is no Raju is not a bad boy. All right, rather than saying Raju is a good boy, that is negative assurance and that is review. All right, and in audit you know how we give positive assurance. So I went slow up till here for you to understand that this is the major difference. So obviously when it comes to review, the extent of examination is going to be lesser than audit. The biggest practical example of review of historical financial statements is the quarterly financial statements of listed entity getting reviewed. All right, as per SEBI guidelines, that is the biggest example and the most practical example. Now when it comes to SRE series, there are two standards. One is SRE 2400, second one is SRE 2410. Okay, now there is a smart technique of doing this. First let us understand why there are two standards, then I will go into the content. SRE 2400 is a general standard. So any historical financial statements, not future projected, yeah, historical financial statements, and the question deals with review, generally it is SRE 2400. Whereas 2410 is very specific. Only when the quarterly financial statements or half yearly financial statements, that is interim financial information, is being reviewed by the auditor of that entity. So let me tell you, for 2410 two conditions satisfy होना जरूरी है. One is that it should deal with interim financial information and that should be reviewed by the auditor of that particular entity. So mostly this you will see in listed entities, quarterly financial statements getting reviewed. For that specifically they have created this SRE 2410. Otherwise generally it is going to be SRE 2400. All right, okay. Now in the whole SRE series where there are two standards, what is the core content? Core content is, first they will talk about engagement acceptance. Okay, that as a practitioner, I will not just say auditor, because यहाँ पे आप audit नहीं कर रहे हो, you're not doing audit. So in 2400 consciously we use the word practitioner. 2410 में also if we use practitioner it is okay, but we can still use auditor because वो auditor ही है who is conducting quarterly financial statements review. All right, okay. So engagement acceptance, second is performing the procedures, and third is reporting considerations. In fact, across entire SRE, SA, SRS series, SA 800 series and stuff, you will see that points are around these 3 points only: engagement acceptance, performing procedures, and reporting considerations. Okay, now when it comes to SRE 2400, general standard on review of historical financial statements. Okay, engagements to review historical financial statements. Now use your common sense, listen to me. First of all, disclaimer, you should see this SRE series only when you are comfortable with SA series. All right, only when you have some reasonable knowledge of SA series, then you can go to SRE series. Straight away you cannot pick SRE series. Okay, second thing, smart work. SA is audit of historical financial statements, SRE is review of historical financial statements. So both of them are examination of financial statements. खाली SRE के अंदर there is lower level of examination. Okay. So accepting the engagement, risk assessment, understanding the entity, understanding the internal control, setting the materiality. Till here, both the standards are same. Both the standards are same till here. Alright. Major difference you will see जब testing start होता है. In SA series, you have this test of controls, test of details, observation, inspection, inquiry, this procedure, that procedure. Alright. Whereas in SRE, they will stick to very limited procedures. Alright. So anything with respect to engagement, acceptance, quality control, risk assessment, understanding the entity, materiality, even if the question deals with review, right? फिर भी आप ऐसे वाला नॉलेज यूज कर सकते हो. यू कैन यूज द नॉलेज दैट यू हैव गेन्ड अंडर स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑडिटिंग, जस्ट दैट डोंट यूज द सेम रेफरेंसेस. यू कैंट राइट द रेफरेंस ऑफ एसे, एंड दैट इज द रीजन दैट यू सी 50 pages content in the module, because they kept on repeating what was there in essays. But यहाँ तक तो सेम ही होता है, and that is why these notes will help you to exactly understand where you're supposed to focus upon. All right, that is how logically you will understand things. Now in SRE 2400, what is the first standard? Quality control. All right. So you will see this compliance with ethical requirements and quality control. SQC1 applies in the same manner over here. Okay. However, there are some unique points which I saw from the module, for which I have created the notes. That the practitioner, he shall not accept the review engagement. When he will not accept the review engagement, if, now code word is ethical poly. All right. If practitioner feels that he cannot fulfill ethical requirements, he feels that his independence and stuff is getting violated, then he should not accept this review. All right. Then poly, P for he should feel that there is some purpose to this review assignment, and the client is not doing just for time pass. All right. And if the client is expecting too much from a review assignment, then he will say, no boss, this is not appropriate. All right. So he will reject if the review is not appropriate and something more needs to be done. All right. If he feels that there will be a problem about information, unavailability or unreliability of information, then he should not accept it. Poly mein L, if there is a huge limitation on the scope, all right, which makes him feel that even if I accept this in future, I'll have to give a disclaimer, then he should not accept it. And I for, if he has a sufficient doubt over the integrity of management, those charged with governance, then he's not going to accept it. All right. Yes. So I went slow over here because this was some unique content. Okay. Preconditions for accepting engagement. If please revise essay 210 first, and then you can go through this. For 2 pages they have printed this in the module, and it is copy paste from essay 210. All right, this entire content. So for essay 210, I am giving the link of the revision lecture from where you can do essay 210 in the description of this video. It is better that you do it because it helps you in almost all the standards. All right. And that full content is copy pasted over here. But if you don't have time of doing essay 210, तो essay 210 से कितना relevant है, that I have put it over here. That preconditions for accepting this review engagement, first will determine whether the financial reporting framework itself is acceptable or not, based upon which they are going to prepare the financial statements. Then I want management agreement from the management regarding its responsibilities, that management please accept your responsibilities about FIA, financial statements, internal control and access to relevant information. If these are my preconditions, non-negotiable, if this is not getting satisfied, then I will not accept the review engagement unless it is required by law. If the law says you will have to accept, then I will accept it. All right. But if I am accepting engagement, अगर मैं एक ऐसी engagement accept करता हूँ because of laws and regulations, and I know that as per SAS it is not satisfying the preconditions, then in that case I can accept that engagement, but उसकी जो report होगी ना, in that I will not give reference to standards. All right. So I have written it over here. Okay. Now, after accepting the engagement, I accepted the engagement, everything was fine. And later on, if I come to know that, my God, the preconditions are getting violated, all right? So after accepting the engagement, if the preconditions are violated, then I will try to resolve it, like how we do in personal life. Discuss the matter with management and those charged with governance and determine whether matter can be resolved, all right? Shall I still continue the engagement, or I should withdraw? If I continue, what can be the impact of this point in the report, in the review report? Don't end up writing audit report, all right? So this content is copy pasted from essay 210. Instead of auditor, they have used the word practitioner, and instead of audit, they have used the word review. All right. Okay. Then engagement letter, they have printed all the content again in the module, contents of engagement letter. Then second year onwards, whether there is a need to revise. What if management is requesting some changes in the engagement? That is why I'm telling you, revise SA 210 once, and it will help you throughout in SRE 2400 also, 2410 also, in further standards also. All right, okay. But there is one unique adjustment over here. If management is requesting you to change, now please be careful, to change the SRE engagement to no assurance engagement. Sir, what is this? If a person is sitting in front of me, oh, yellow t-shirt, very bad. You are not looking bad. All right. चलो good बोल देता हूँ. You are not looking good. You are not looking bad. So मैं yellow t-shirt बोल रहा, and I am also giving my opinion. Limited assurance. All right. Now that is SRE. Now let us say management just wants me to tell them कि ये yellow t-shirt है. So they just want me to write in the report that the facts. That means no assurance engagement. They don't want my opinion. I was explaining you the difference between review engagement and no assurance engagement. So if the management says that please change from review engagement to no assurance engagement, and the standard says that if there is a reasonable justification, then in that case we can accept the change. Yes, we can accept the change. All right. Please be careful about this. Okay. Now listen to me. The main difference is over here. When you are performing review engagement, abhi performance ka baat hai, engagement acceptance is done. Now we are talking about performing the review engagement. When you are performing the review engagement, broadly these are the steps: determining materiality, obtaining understanding of the entity, AFRF, and understanding their systems. This is same as per essays. Because up till that stage, wo stage tak to there will be no difference. I will not say, okay, just let me know about half entity. I don't want to know about the entire entity. All right. Okay. But the main difference is over here when we start testing. Now listen to me very carefully. SRE wants practitioner to perform only inquiry, analytical procedures, ratios, comparisons, trend analysis, analytical procedures. And for specific situations, they have given some set of procedures. So remember this formula for SRE. Inquiry, and see, in SRE, it's about staying within your limits. You stay within your limits, control your emotion. All right. So please understand, you don't have to write in-depth verification, additional procedures, this and that. You have to control your emotions. So the words will be inquiry, analytical procedures, and procedures for some specific situations. All right. Now, after performing this, if sufficient and appropriate evidence is available, and if there is no problem, no inconsistency, then the matter gets over, the assignment is over. Don't write audit evidence, sufficient and appropriate evidence, not audit evidence. Okay? If sufficient and appropriate evidence is available, if there is inconsistency, or let us say if evidence is not available, then the SRE will force you to do little bit more. All right. I will not say force you, will at least ask you to do little bit more. All right. Understood? So this is the whole logical content of SRE. So we have to just decode this and we are done. So inquiry. In inquiry, I need your little bit of BCom commerce talent. All right. What will be covered in inquiry? Inquiry means seeking information from management and other persons within the entity. We need to conduct inquiry about jitna yaad aata hai na, whatever you can remember from balance sheet, P&L, write everything. Inquiry about the estimates, policies, disclosures, this and that. Everything you can cover and write inquiry. All right. Then you can perform further inquiries to get some operating data like number of employees and stuff, that is non-financial operating data. All right. Then you will get response to inquiry, you will evaluate that. So if they ask you about what is covered in inquiry, then this is the point. Okay. And this is a module question, that why inquiry is so helpful while performing review engagement. Benefits. All right. So whatever evidence we get from inquiry by asking questions, all right, that is our main principal evidence, principal source of information. Okay. Inquiry helps us in obtaining understanding of the entity. Inquiry helps us in identification of the areas where the risk could be high. All right. So you have to just add a little bit that inquiry helps you in doing this, helps you in doing that. So if you write these questions word by word, it will tally with the module and you are going to get your marks. All right, for these answers. And this is actually a module question. Okay. Analytical procedures. What is covered in analytical procedures? You should know about ratios, trends, comparisons, relationships. All right, and these whole list of things I've discussed in SF 520, and my revision video is already available on YouTube. Or you can just go to Telegram and type the number SF 520. You will see that 2-3 times I've uploaded a revision video for that. Okay. Now analytical procedures. Why? So tell them the analytical procedure will help us in understanding the entity, identifying fluctuations, variances and stuff, identifying inconsistencies. Okay, then it will help us in further investigating, further performing additional procedures for a particular matter. It will give us corroborative evidence. Corroborative means related evidence for whatever inquiries we have conducted. Uske related evidence milega. Arey, how will ratio, comparison, trend analysis help you? Re? Don't write too much on your own. Please ensure that you are writing this. Hello. Oh yes. Okay. Now, I told you the formula is inquiry, analytical procedures, and performing procedures addressing specific circumstances. Alright, let's look at this. Procedures addressing specific circumstances. Now, when it comes to related party, you have entire SF 550 where there are so many points. But over here, maintain alertness, conduct inquiry for transactions outside the normal course of business, see whatever is the business rationale purpose. Listen to me. Whatever you remember from essay, you can copy paste, but edit, minus. What are you going to remove? कौन से words नहीं लिखोगे आप? Different audit techniques and stuff not to write. Essays का content, but technique will be only inquiry and analytical procedure. एक going concern करके दिखा दो. So for during the course of review, for example, analytical procedure, debt equity ratio is 35:1. So there is a material uncertainty over going concern. Then essay 570 says future action plan, low management ka, look at the reasonableness of the plan, assumptions over there, projections, cash flows, this and that. Here also you can write the same thing, but don't say verify the future business plan. Don't say obtain sufficient appropriate evidence. Instead of saying these things, say inquire and obtain information. Inquire and obtain information. Look at this. Going concern mein dekho, conduct inquiries about management plan for future actions. Evaluate the results of such inquiries. Try to conclude from the inquiries whether entity still continues to remain a going concern or not. Okay, please ensure that you are looking at my notes properly. Don't just say that ye to SS mein ho gaya, this was done in SS, so we can leave it right out. No. Fraud, non-compliance with law. So fraud, we have essay 240, such a huge monstrous essay. Non-compliance with law, we have essay 250, where there are so many procedures that we perform. But over here we have only 4 things that communicate matter to appropriate level of senior management or those charged with governance. Request management, tell them, hello, there seems to be some reasons to believe that there is something wrong over here. All right, what do you think will be the effect of this item? No, you calculate, you let me know the effect, and whatever they will let you know, consider that effect. And if at all there is any statutory responsibility, then fulfill it. Oh bhai sahab, oh hello madam, for fraud, don't end up writing section 143 subsection 12 duty to report fraud to the central government. Are you getting my point? Because you are a reviewer over here and 143.12 is not applicable to you. If you are the auditor and also the reviewer, then there is a different thing. Then you will have to follow it. Otherwise, if there is only a review assignment, don't end up writing that fraud 1 crore central government, 1 crore central government. Hello? Yes. Okay. So please control your emotions. That is the code word for SRE. And using the work performed by others, we have entire SS600 series. Over here, they are just saying that please perform procedures as per your judgment to conclude that whether the work is adequate or not. Alright, about the adequacy of the work. Okay. Now, listen to me. This is module question. Additional procedures when practitioner becomes aware that financial statements may be materially misstated. If you come across such situations where you feel that financial statements could be materially misstated over here, then they want you to perform some additional procedures. But that finally what to perform will be depend on your judgment. But do something more, additional procedures to conclude whether financial statements may or may not be materially misstated, whatever it is, but try to conclude it by performing additional procedures. Now they have given examples of additional procedures. They are saying, hey, dekho, comedy. Conduct additional inquiry, additional analytical procedures. And there they are saying, hello, you can also perform test of details and external confirmation. These are just examples. Final decision is left up to the professional judgment of the auditor. No, practitioner. All right. And why I have printed a snapshot over here. So in module, they have given one example where you will feel like performing additional procedures. So I think this exactly could be the copy paste case study in the exam or similar to this. All right. So when you go through the SRE, you see 50 pages, you get depressed. But if you go through these notes, you will understand, okay, these are the areas that you're supposed to do. When it comes to subsequent events occurring after the balance sheet date, see, there are so many events which occur after the balance sheet date, but before signing. Then there is something called as after signing but before issuing to the third party, then after issuing to third party. So I divide SA 560 into three categories: subsequent events. Alright, for category 1, events occurring between the date of financial statements and the date of practitioner's report. There are so many procedures given in SA 560. If you see my revision video, you will understand. However, over here, they are just saying conduct inquiries to find out the adjusting events. And if you identify adjusting events, then request management to correct them by conducting inquiries. Inquiries. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Strangely, for category 2 and category 3, yani whatever you come to know after the signing of auditor's report, basically after the signing of practitioner's report, for that category, content is copy paste. So if they ask you a subsequent event after signing the report, then the content will be copy paste whatever we have discussed in SA 560. Are you getting my point? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Written representation. Oh, hello, madam, sir, hello. As a practicing CM, my level of examination is going down. Why will I reduce the responsibility on the management? Alright. So management is responsible. Na? Written representation is to be signed by the management. So obviously management is responsible. Alright, and that is why whatever we have discussed in SA 580, contents of written representation, अलग-अलग essays में जितना भी written representation लिखवाते, whatever written representation we get in different essays, all the written representations will get from the management for review of financial statements also. And if they are not providing written representation, then things can go to disclaimer also. Hello, I request you to go through my revision video as per SA 580 because that entire content they have printed again in the module. Alright, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay. Forming conclusions. Listen to me very very carefully. अच्छा, ऑडिट में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? सफिशिएंट एंड अप्रोप्रिएट ऑडिट एविडेंस अवेलेबल, इफ देयर इज अ मिसस्टेटमेंट, if it is material but not pervasive qualified, material and pervasive adverse. If evidence is not available, the possible effect is material but not pervasive qualified. Possible effect is material and pervasive disclaimer. Sir, for this, hello sir, madam, for this I have given a separate video, audit on audit opinion. Revise that. Same things are applicable over here. Same to same copy paste. Instead of sufficient and appropriate audit evidence, we'll say sufficient and appropriate evidence. And instead of qualified opinion, adverse opinion, disclaimer of opinion, we'll use the word conclusion. Qualified conclusion, adverse conclusion, disclaimer of a conclusion. Unmodified conclusion. Alright. That is the only difference. I repeat, that is the only difference. Otherwise, all logic, thinking, entire SA 705, they've again printed over here just by doing these edits. Because when you are writing this answer now, SS ka 705 reference you cannot use, but you have to use the same English. Please understand, SA and SRE में difference is in the extent of procedures, testing stage में. Otherwise, understanding, risk assessment and conclusion stage, वहाँ पे thinking will remain the same only ना. Alright, okay. हाँ, खाली इतना देख लेना that the language of the conclusion is different because here we have limited assurance. Alright, so if you see for clean opinion, I had given over here negative assurance English how to write, and for qualified adverse and disclaimer, yeah, I have given it over here. Adverse and disclaimer will remain the same. If someone is bad, I will not say he is not good. I will say he is bad. Review my main चीज क्या? If someone is good, I will say he is not bad. Alright. So for clean opinion, for qualified opinion, for clean conclusion, for qualified conclusion, little bit English changes. So on that clean and qualified, do it properly. Otherwise, adverse and disclaimer is obviously going to remain the same. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Format of the report is different format. Don't copy paste the format of 700 to 706. Alright. You will find introduction, you will find that obviously the title, introduction, then reference to SRE, then the conclusion paragraph, then if there's a modified conclusion, then basis for modified conclusion. Alright. One thing I just want everyone to remember. Let us say that you get a question on special purpose financial statements. Now again, I'm assuming that SA 800 series आपने देखा होगा. Now special purpose financial statements में there are some specific disclosures to be given in the report. But let us say if you get a question of review of special purpose financial statements, then just because it is special purpose financial statements, SA 800 नहीं डालने का. Alright. If it is review of special purpose financial statements, okay, then in that case it is SRE 2400. and whatever disclosures are to be given for special purpose financial statements, if you see SA 800 series, SA 800 में मैंने बोला था there are two disclosures to be given in the report, that what is the purpose of the financial statements and the restriction on distribution or use of the report. The same disclosures are supposed to be given if it is a review of historical financial statements. So those things will not change. See, the reporting part does not change. Whatever you have studied in standards gets applicable over here. The language, obviously the English wordings will change, all right, because here we are giving a limited assurance, that is a very very limited negative assurance. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. अब ये किसको डिफिकल्ट लगेगा? फॉर स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव नॉट डन अर्लियर एसेस. सो कितने टाइम्स आप यूट्यूब पे बोल रहे हो गिव रिवीजन लेक्चर फॉर एसआरई ऐसे एसआरएस एंड स्टफ, आई एम टेलिंग यू फर्स्ट फिनिश अदर एसेस, अदरवाइज हाउ विल यू कम टू नो व्हाट टू डू ओवर हियर. ऑलराइट, ओके. So format of the report, I just request you can read from once, just glance through once from the module or from my book. All right, that is fine. Emphasis of matter, other matter paragraph, same application in SA 706. Okay, so that is it for SRE 2400. Now quickly we'll finish off SRE 2410. Okay, review of interim financial information performed by the auditor of the entity. Obviously interim financial information, I'll call it as IFI. Okay, now listen to me students, request, one request. In the question, if normally they'll give you a question of listed entity, quarterly financial statements are being reviewed by the auditor. Okay, don't get emotional by looking at that word auditor. If it is about quarterly financial statements and review, okay, then in that case stick to my notes. We perform inquiry, analytical procedure, same. All right, same. Risk assessment procedure and materiality वगैरह तो anyways it is same as per essays only. Okay, but the extent of procedures, even if you are the auditor, when you are going for quarterly reviews and stuff, it is going to remain as per SRE 2400 only. So you have to control your emotions over there. All right, that is one pro tip. Apart from that, there are one or two more things which I want to discuss. बाकी मैं सीधा सीधा बोलूँ, जो मैंने इधर notes में extra किया ना, whatever extra I've done in the notes, just do it properly. For example, there is one theory question, that what are the procedures to be performed in order to update your understanding of the entity. And then we'll read various documents, we'll read internal auditor's report, we'll read the documents of the entity, we'll read our own previous year's working papers, we'll conduct inquiries of the management, what are the changes and stuff. और क्या करेंगे? डांडिया थोड़ी करेंगे. Alright, so very basic answer, but this is a module question. Okay, when we are performing review of interim financial information, inquiry, analytical procedures and procedures to address specific circumstances, whatever we have discussed in SRE 2400 continues to apply over here. But there are some unique points which I have highlighted. Was in quarterly financial information, you know, interim financial information could be quarterly, half yearly. All right, वहाँ पे ना the deadline issues are very strict, and that is why what happens is that the auditor who is performing review of that particular quarter or half year may start some review procedures before or along with the preparation of interim financial information. So you should know this in the MCQ. अच्छा, ऑडिटर को पता है that at the end of the year he has to conduct audit. He is the same person who has to conduct audit. So what he may start for convenience, not mandatory, but for convenience, he may start certain audit procedures along with the review of interim financial information itself. All right. Now listen to me very carefully. This is very, 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 very unique. For litigation and claims, all right, for legal cases, litigation and claims and stuff, SA 501 है, which is where lots of procedures are given. In my revision video, you can do it within 15-20 minutes also. Okay. But if you are into interim financial information and conducting an audit, but for that interim financial information, तो आप review कर रहे हो. Alright, maybe you are the auditor, but for interim financial information, you are just review. Then in that case, for litigation and claims, they are saying that no need to send a separate letter to the lawyer and have a communication unless you believe that financial statements could be materially misstated. Alright, so please be careful about this. Okay. How to verify whether interim financial information agrees with accounting records? So as an auditor, when you're worried that whether interim financial information is agreeing with the accounting records or not, तो कोई बहुत बड़ा detailed procedure नहीं करना है. You are just supposed to trace it to the general ledger, do a little bit of reconciliation from the accounts and finish it off. Vouching verification in depth is not required. Although some auditors do it on quarterly stages just to ensure that audit पे workload कम हो, but not mandatorily to be done as per SRE series. All right. Okay. Then evaluation of misstatements, written representation, all of that is going to remain the same. अच्छा, SA 720 वो SS जैसा ही है सब. This testing is over ना. Now things will remain the same. All right. अच्छा ऐसे 720 है एनुअल रिपोर्ट के साथ तेरे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स जाता है, तो डिफरेंस बिटवीन एनुअल रिपोर्ट एंड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, देन व्हाट टू डू? सेम लॉजिक ओवर हियर फॉर क्वार्टरली फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन, इंटरिम फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन when it goes with some quarterly reports and stuff. And what if there is a difference between what is given in the quarterly reports by the management and the quarterly financial information? Same SA 720 copy paste is over here. So I hope that you are also revising SA 720. All right, so when you are, when you get the grip over these essays, then you will come to know that okay, these are the kind of questions. However, if you're not done with these essays, let me tell you, at least do the unique part जो SRE series का है. All right, and the module questions, still you will be in a very good position. Okay. Communication. If auditor comes across a material adjustment in, जहाँ पे material rectification करना है management को, then auditor will communicate to the management. Management does not reply, then those shall be governance. Those shall be governance does not reply, then we will modify the report. We will think whether we want to continue or not. All right, so I don't think this is something new for you. Okay, but this is a module question. Yes. All right. And form and content of report when it comes to SRE 2410 interim financial information, the form and content of report is similar to SRE 2400. So एक बार कोई भी SRE series का format of the report, you can go through the module and you can read it. All right, so it is given in the module. Yeah, the report format. Yeah, here. So you can just go through that and read it. Okay. Forming audit conclusions. So what if it is just an interim financial information, qualified adverse, disclaimer, emphasis of matter, other matter? All of those concepts are going to remain the same. However, listen to me very, 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 very carefully. When it comes to going concern, there is a very big adjustment. First of all, audit में क्या याद है? If there is a material uncertainty over going concern as per SA 570, management has to provide certain disclosures. If management provides adequate disclosures, then auditor has to highlight it in material uncertainty related to going concern paragraph. This we teach in standards on auditing essays. Now look over here, because this SRE series standards बहुत पुराने हैं, they're very old standards, and these modern reporting requirements have not been incorporated, and that is the reason ये कुछ ऐसा जाता है. And there is a module question also on this, and they have given this as an answer also. Please be careful. If material uncertainty exists with respect to going concern, management provides adequate disclosures. SA 570 says write in Murg paragraph. However, SRE 2410 does not recognize the concept of Murg. Says report in emphasis of matter paragraph, and in the module question they've actually used this question and they've reported in emphasis of matter paragraph. Please be careful. All right. If management does not provide adequate disclosures, then obviously it will lead to qualified or adverse conclusion. Okay, that remains the same. Okay, there are two very unique points which are given at the end of SRE 2410. They are saying that if auditor gives a modified report, qualified adverse, disclaimer, whatever it is, on interim financial information, okay, but management game karta hai, management is very cunning. What management does? Management circulates the review, the interim financial information. Management ne circulate kya interim financial information, but management does not include the report on interim financial information. So management is hiding the fact that the report is modified. Look at this, but management does not include auditor's report while issuing reviewed interim financial information. Then in that case, auditor will be worried. He will have to seek legal advice. He'll have to think about the possibility of resigning from that particular engagement. All right, so that is one additional point. Second, this is a very different point. Listen to me. If you actually go to listed entities website and see the quarterly financial information, you will not see a very detailed set of financial statements. What you will see is a summarized, condensed set, right? जिसमें लोग क्या करते हैं, कंडेंस्ड एक समरी देते हैं, and what they will do is they will just explain that from the last reporting date what were the changes, यानी last 31st March से लेके 30th June तक in the first quarter what were the changes in this particular result. Alright, it is okay if management is doing that, and if it is acceptable in the industry, we can accept it. It is fine. However, we have to see whether those changes have been properly explained or not. And we will have to consider कि we may think that in that footnote whether there is a requirement to include one disclosure that these are condensed set of FS and it needs to be read with, right, the last reporting, last audited financial statements के साथ read करो तो better रहेगा. We may include that particular note in the disclosure. If we want to include that note, and if management says no, not to include that note, then we may have to consider point of modifying our report. So that I've explained over here. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Question bank of the module and case scenario when it comes to SRE is really sensitive. All right, so I want you to go through that. If there is any issue, please let me know, but I'm so sure that easily you will be able to crack this easily. Just try it once, it will really boost your confidence, the theoretical questions and the test your not understanding question and this case scenario. If you need my help, then please let me know. Thank you so much.